All right, ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to another episode of our exciting tutorial videos. Today we're going to look at one of our amazing templates, which is the HSSE action plan. All right, so we've come out an update and I can't wait to dive into it. So without wasting time, let's head right into what this template is all about and what is the update also all about. Now, just to give you a gist about this update, we've introduced a PowerBI model on top of this template. So what it means is that you're going to have this Excel template together with a dashboard within the Excel template, and then we're going to have the PowerBI model also that helps for easy communication within your organization with all the stakeholders that you report to. All right, so without wasting time, let's head over to what the changes are. Now, first and foremost, we have the approved list, and the previous template we actually just provided the focus areas and the targets, but we've removed the target of 100% because whenever it comes to any type of score over a percentage of like 100, over a scale of 1 to 100 or 0 to 100, obviously 100 is the target, so there's no point really putting targets in here. That's just a bit of a little bit redundant, and for that reason we've taken it out. We use a calculated field just to provide those targets in the pivot table. So we have now the focus area, the responsible persons, and then the action status. All right, and then we have the main database. So the main database is basically the fact that you are setting your goals, objectives, and targets, and having a system of tracking actions related to these goals and targets, right? So we have the focus areas, we have the objective, we have the actions related to achieving the objective, we have the targets, we have progress update, column for progress update, and we have a percentage completion. Then we have the time frame for execution, and then the person responsible and whether action is open or closed. All right, so basically just to give you a little bit of in-depth of what all of these parameters imply, we're looking at focus. So the focus is really the high level focus area within your management system. Basically, what are you trying to achieve? Which area are you focusing your energy on? Which area are you focusing your resources on? All right, and then we have the objectives. What do you want to achieve? What is the aim of the actions that you're trying to achieve? What is the overall aim, basically? So we have it as to improve health and hygiene standard, and what are the actions that you need to take, or what are the KPIs or the activities basically that you need to carry out to be able to achieve this. We have weekly health and hygiene inspection and regular health and hygiene training that will help us to achieve or improve health and hygiene standard in our workplace. And then we have the target. What is the target? The target is numerical value that you can use to benchmark against it. For example, we are talking about zero communicable diseases. So we want to achieve zero communicable disease within the organization. And what is it? Who is responsible for this action is HSE manager. What is the progress update from the HSE manager following the meetings that we've been having? You say that health and hygiene inspection is done every week. All employees have been taken through health and hygiene training at general safety meeting. That's HSE manager. And this action has been closed. So how does it come out as closed? Initially, beginning of the year, it's probably going to be like 10%. And at some point, it's going to be like 50% complete. And then we're going to go to 80% complete. The moment we get to 100%, then automatically it is closed, because any score that is 100% simply means that all actions related to it have been closed. All right, so that's pretty much it. And everything stays the same. We have the dashboard, we have the focus areas, we have the objectives and updates regarding any objective, the percentage completion, and all of that. So basically the dashboard is very, very simple. Just focus areas, what is a completion reach for each of the focus areas, and you can just filter by this. Now that is what this template is all about. It's very, very cheap, right? It's just $15 in USD, right? 15 USD or 150 Ghana cedis. Very, very cool on the pocket. Now the exciting feature that we've just introduced is a PowerBI model. Now how do we get to the PowerBI model? Now we head over to our website. We come all the way here. You have the HSSE action plan. All right, so this is the visualization feature that's set on top of the template. Now remember, the template gave you just one dashboard. Now this one comprises two dashboards, right? So getting started, as always, for you to have a bit of background and how you can actually install the software that you can use to open this, that the PowerBI desktop. You just have to click here to download it. If you want to purchase, just click here and it brings you to our website. All right, so you just scroll down and you make a purchase. All right, now take note, it's there as 15.45 USD. That is pretty much the fact that the template itself is $15.97. All right, and then it's just like $30 extra. So now basically you move on to the next dashboard, the first dashboard, and that is this beautiful dashboard you see right here, right? So basically we have 6 focus areas. We have 8 actions that have been identified for the responsible persons, and then these are the focus areas. What is the percentage completion rate for each focus area? What is the percentage completion rate for each objective, or you can call it as objectives and their scores, right? And then we have the overall completion rate, and this one is going to progress update for each focus area. So what is the progress update? Security checkpoint has now been implemented, that is 80% complete, and the safety handles on all work equipment have been painted green. 10% of employees have been trained on drops awareness. Drops champions have been appointed to conduct drops sweep. After all work at height, drops inspection is being conducted by all departments. This is a percentage completion rate, right? So this gives us the focal, basically the focal area, and then their percentage completion rate, basically. And then you can actually clear the filter by using this, okay? And then you can also drill down just by each focus area to see what is exactly the activity. So imagine you have a large set of actions and progress updates, and the various, all is going to list right in here. You can always clear the filter like this. So let's move on to the next dashboard. So this is the action plan dashboard. The action plan looking at the focus, the action, basically the progress updates and objectives, right? And let's go to action status. When it comes to action status, you're trying to identify whose action is open and closed, right? So with that, you have the persons responsible. So 8 actions, 7 are open, 1 has been closed. The closure rate is 13%, right? And then we have each department and the percentage of open action, closed action. That is what we have here. And then the action for each person responsible or area responsible, and that is what we have there. So the red or the pink shows that they are open, and the green shows that they've been closed. So if I click on this, all right, so that's pretty much this very action has been closed. So that's 100% closed, right? However, for HSE department, they have some that are still open. So this, as an average, if I clear the filter, then it's going to tell us for HSE department, they have 33 closed actions, or the closure rate is 30%. And then they have the remainder, which is 67% as open action rate. So if you're tracking closure rate or closed action rate, the remainder is the open action rate. That's simple logic, right? So that's pretty much what we've done here, and that is basically an insightful data dashboard that you can share with your stakeholders. All you need to do is just share this link, right? So you can actually publish it on PowerBI Workspace or PowerBI service, or you can publish it on the web, or you can export as PDF. Very, very simple. So exporting as PDF, if you have the PowerBI template itself, you go to file section, you can always export, and you can always book a meeting with me. So the excitement is that I'm always ready to jump on a call to discuss how I can help you. All right, so thank you all for your attention. I'm going to see you guys in another video. Bye for now.